The film Distant chronicles the perilous escapade of Andy Ramirez, who faces dire circumstances after a catastrophic incident aboard the mining spacecraft Borealis. The story commences with Andy awakening from cryosleep only to confront chaos initiated by a critical hull breach. Equipped with the Mark IV Leonard suit, a survival mechanism that communicates aid and humorously obstacles, Andy is propelled into space, plummeting toward an uncharted planet or asteroid. Stranded and grappling with limited oxygen and resources, Andy's plight intensifies as he navigates a hostile environment. The Leonard suit proves both a savior and a challenge, offering assistance in survival tasks while frequently complicating matters with its quirks. Upon crash landing, he fervently attempts to connect with any fellow survivor, sending out repeated distress signals. However, the terrain is treacherous, marred by oxygen scarcity that poses a severe threat to his survival. In the midst of his struggle, Andy crosses paths with Dwayne, another survivor whose pragmatic outlook and dark humor provide a comforting yet relatable dynamic. Dwayne reveals the circumstances of their predicament. They have veered off course due to a collision brought on by the company's reckless cost-saving strategies. Together they strategize on sending a distress signal to Earth, yet the timeline for potential rescue stretches agonizingly over a year. The narrative takes a suspenseful turn when Andy receives an SOS from Naomi Calloway, another survivor trapped in her pod and possibly injured with a broken leg. Despite the life-threatening dangers and his dwindling oxygen supply, Andy, motivated by a growing connection through their communications, decides to embark on a rescue mission for Naomi. Naomi, an engineer, becomes an ally, aiding Andy in navigating the alien and treacherous landscape laden with menacing creatures. These alien predators, characterized by their spider-like legs and scorpion tails, escalate the tension, compelling Andy to rely on his ingenuity and the scant resources at his disposal. Distant weaves an engaging narrative centered around Andy's extraordinary challenge of surviving in the vastness of space. The film portrays the dire realities aboard the Borealis, a spacecraft on a 4-year mining mission operated by the McCluskey-Hawthorne Corporation. The unforeseen hull breach disrupts the cryosleep cycle, thrusting Andy into a frantic struggle for survival against time and nature itself. With humor, tension, and unexpected alliances, Distant captures the essence of resilience and the human spirit amidst adversity. Andy is equipped with a Leonard suit, a high-tech yet somewhat flawed personal survival system that often leads to comedic mishaps due to its literal interpretations and counterproductive actions. After being jettisoned from his ship, Andy crash lands on a hostile and toxic planet, which he humorously names "Fuck Off Leonard" out of frustration toward the suit's incessant queries. The atmosphere is heavily laden with carbon dioxide and virtually devoid of oxygen, making survival outside his suit impossible. Faced with dwindling oxygen levels and a barren landscape, Andy begins the dire search for other survivors. During his broadcasts for help, Andy encounters Dwayne, another survivor whose dark humor brings comic relief to their grim existence. Dwayne explains that a shortcut through an asteroid field had gone awry, leaving them stranded and most crew members presumed dead. Together they attempt to send a distress signal to Earth, although the timeline for rescue looms far into the future. Things take a more intense turn when Andy receives a transmission from Naomi Calloway, another survivor trapped in her pod with a potentially broken leg. Despite his own critical condition, Andy feels a growing sense of responsibility to reach out and assist her. Their conversations over the communication system foster a deepening bond as they share their backgrounds and motivations, navigating perilous emotions amidst chaos. As Andy makes his way across the treacherous terrain, he encounters alien creatures with spider-like appendages and scorpion tails. These menacing beings hunt in packs, posing a significant threat to Andy's survival. Tension mounts as he relies on ingenuity, limited resources, and Naomi's guidance to outsmart these predatory creatures. The film delves into themes of isolation, the innate human drive for survival, and the unexpected bonds that form under extreme pressure. Throughout this harrowing experience, Andy grapples with guilt stemming from a personal tragedy that cost him his family. Yet his mission to save Naomi and himself evolves into a path of redemption and healing. He confronts his fears, learns to trust once more, and adapts to the realities of his circumstances. In a setting rife with absurdities, the connection between Andy and Naomi becomes a poignant exploration of resilience, camaraderie, and the enduring human spirit in the face of unimaginable challenges. Their intertwined fates set the stage for a narrative that balances dark humor with themes of survival and friendship. As the climax of Distant unfolds, Andy and Naomi engage in a decisive confrontation against alien creatures. In an audacious move, Andy conceives a plan to wield a mining pod as a weapon, creatively repurposing the very technology that once represented their captivity. This act showcases the unyielding spirit of humanity, illustrating resilience and adaptability in the face of adversity. Following their hard-earned victory, Andy and Naomi share a fleeting moment of peace amid the chaos. The once intimidating and hostile landscape now seems surprisingly beautiful as they brace for the long wait for rescue. The shared hardships they endured have fostered a profound bond between them, turning their initial despair into a relationship filled with promise and mutual support. The film concludes on a cautiously optimistic note, with Andy and Naomi contemplating their future and the challenges that lie ahead in their new reality. It serves as a testament to the power of human connection and the potential for growth and love even in dire circumstances. Throughout Distant, the narrative intricately explores the nuances of survival and the emotional journeys of its protagonists. The film skillfully intertwines the physical trials of navigating an alien landscape with the psychological tolls that Andy and Naomi experience, delving into themes of isolation, fear, and the essential need for connection. After their initial encounter, Andy and Naomi begin collaborating more effectively, pooling their limited resources and strategizing ways to outwit the menacing alien creatures that pursue them. With their eerie bioluminescence and predatory nature, these creatures inject an element of suspense and horror into the film, compelling Andy and Naomi to maintain constant vigilance. Amidst the danger, the narrative takes time to delve into the characters' backstories through their honest exchanges. Andy, a former music instructor from Brooklyn, opens up about his deep-seated guilt and sorrow stemming from a tragic incident that claimed his family. This profound loss is a central motivation behind his decision to embark on the mining mission, seeking both an escape from his pain and a fresh start. Conversely, Naomi, a hydraulic engineer, shares her own difficulties with trust and relationships, explaining her quest for renewal among the stars. As their journey unfolds, Distant emphasizes the growth of their dynamic from two isolated souls into a unified team strengthened by interdependence and evolving trust. Naomi's practical mindset and engineering skills harmonize with Andy's creativity and determination, resulting in a partnership that is equally heartening and inspiring. The film Distant intricately weaves the theme of redemption through the character development of Andy, whose journey reflects a profound transformation. Central to this narrative is Andy's commitment to saving Naomi and his willingness to confront their shared adversities against alien threats, which symbolizes his healing process and quest for purpose. As they navigate their struggles, Naomi also undergoes significant growth, learning to trust Andy while letting go of her fears and insecurities. The story builds to an intense climax where Andy and Naomi are faced with increasingly formidable challenges, culminating in a high-stakes confrontation with the alien creatures that threaten their lives. The tension escalates dramatically, showcasing their ingenuity and courage as they fight for survival. In a critical moment of selflessness, Andy takes a bold risk by using the mining pod to eradicate the alien threat. This act not only highlights his character's evolution but also underscores the deepening bond between Andy and Naomi. His sacrifice becomes a poignant testament to their relationship and his commitment to her safety. Following their harrowing victory, the film transitions into a quieter, reflective phase. With them as the last survivors, Andy and Naomi find comfort in one another as they prepare for the uncertain wait for rescue. The once menacing alien landscape transforms into a symbol of their resilience and adaptability, reflecting their growth amid adversity. Distant concludes on a hopeful note of renewal, with Andy and Naomi looking forward to a future together, their connections strengthened by the trials they have endured. The film imparts a powerful message about the unyielding strength of the human spirit, emphasizing the importance of relationships and the potential for redemption even in the harshest circumstances. In summary, Distant effectively combines elements of science fiction, adventure, and drama, crafting a compelling narrative that resonates emotionally and intellectually. Its exploration of survival, trust, and personal transformation enriches the storyline, inviting viewers to reflect on the universality of these themes. The emotional depth of the characters, particularly Andy's journey from a troubled past to a position of self-sacrifice and hope, makes this film a poignant exploration of what it means to survive, heal, and connect with others in challenging times. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.